Hi, it's Bumble. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be playing one of the games I bought on the Steam sale called The Beginner's Guide. I think this was made by the same people that did the Stanley Parable, but they're not like super duper duper similar games. This is one like years ago I saw a playthrough of and I was interested in it, and I've had it on my wish list for like a long time. I have that with a lot of games where I have a ton of stuff on my wish list and I just wait forever until it's like on sale. But I don't really remember a ton of stuff with this, which is good because it's basically like kind of like a walking simulator, like Stanley Parable, but it's not really focused on like the player I don't know how to explain this. You know what? We'll just play it. Let me see. Is there... Wait, no. I want closed captions. Yeah. I like captions just on everything. It makes things easier for me in case I miss a line. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Just making sure I'm recording. I always get nervous of like, what if I start playing something and then I don't record it? Like nothing gets captured. Alright, let's just go. I think this is like an hour and a half. I'm just gonna play the whole thing because I have the time. Get in the game. The audio is definitely on because this is an audio game. You need to be able to hear them or else it's basically just like a walking simulator and you don't know what's going on.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing The Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today, I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever.
Aww.
And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
I was 7. Wow. Whoa, okay. Ooh, I actually kind of like this. It's kind of this like white space with the black square is making me think what like the white space in Omori would look like in like 3D if you could walk around in it. Which I think would be kind of cool. Okay, whisper machine. Whoa, okay, immediately give it a gun. Whisper machine, what is the whisper machine?
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
I like that the gun makes bullet holes, but doesn't really make noise. Whoa, oh yeah, the floating block stuff, that's right. Shoot it. I like how there's no like story or any context for given for these, but it's like I feel like I'm already just immersed in a game from what little we have. Even though it's just these like empty areas and this like beeping noise. What is this for? Oh wait, that's... Oh, no, that's the way I came. Not even like a fully developed area and I'm already getting lost. Great start.
Security call reached. Hostile alien life forms inbound.
Oh, okay, yeah, nothing there.
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere.
Yeah.
You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force neutralized. Begin ship evacuation.
Whisper machine. Whoa, look at the space area.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Like the stars and then bam. That's a cool room.
Apparently this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Oh, thank goodness. I did not actually want to go through that. I know it'd be kind of sucky to have a labyrinth in an escape sequence.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Okay.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
I think I could. I mean, like, if I was in this hypothetical situation, like, sacrifice one for, like... I know I'm saying that as, like, someone that's never been in that type of situation, but I feel like I would.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Whoa. Oh, it's like that one part of Stanley Parable where you get, like, lifted up and you see everything.
The beam causes you to start floating.
This is cool.
And this is an
this
important
way
moment
better.
for it. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs.
I think that's cool.
So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Alright. Oh. The past was behind her. Okay. It's not giving me the option to move. Am I not able to move? Oh. No.
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
What? Past was behind her. Oh, is it because the past is behind me, so we can only... Okay, that's actually kind of a cool concept. I mean, that would be really annoying, but... I mean, it is showing, like, if we're moving technically forwards by going backwards, the past is behind me, and now we can see it. Oh, wait.
So it's a short and relatively
Future
minimalist
cannot be
experiment
seen.
combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Code is trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
That's cool. I like that, but the future cannot be seen. It's represented as, like, literally a brick wall in your way. You cannot... The past is behind you, but you literally can't see the future. I like it. Why does the future keep changing? When she stops and looks, it becomes clear. Wait. I feel like I need to read all of this to, like, process it. Let's see here. Past was behind her, but the future cannot be seen. Why does the future keep changing? Stops and look. Okay, because it forces us to stop to look and read. Like, literally, it becomes clearer. So you get, like, a better sense of the future by, like, taking your time to look at it. I like the stairway. This looks cool. Wait. I can't read fast enough because I can only go backwards. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength? I bet it's gonna say, like, to move forward or something. Oh, how will she, if the future is
It's a
behind
short little
you,
thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
I didn't even get to process all that. That was actually kind of deep. Oh. This is a little spooky. Black void. I like how the rocks look like real rocks, same with the grass. Keep expecting, like, a character to pop up and this to be like a creepy pasta game or something. You are now entering...
And that's it.
Oh?
Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Okay. December 2008. Nonsense
Oftentimes,
in every
Coda would put
direction.
bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Oh gosh, where are we? It feels like
I
one
wish
of
I'd
those,
known
like,
him at the time that
testing
he was making
rooms.
these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
Alright, let's go. This feels like... I used to use, like, an app, on my computer, my phone or something. It was one where you could, like, get 3D models and pose them for drawing purposes, and it was like a space that was just like this, like a blue sky and gray. Not the staircase, though. But just, I don't know, it immediately made me think of that. At least we can always jump, I think. Yeah. But I like these kinds where it's like the walking simulator ones. You just walk around somewhere.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
What if I just go to crawl? It's going so slowly. No, I'm kidding. Enter. There we go. I bet it's gonna be nothing. Oh! Wow, that's like quite the contrast. Gray void and then like... I was gonna say 70s couch. Okay, the one where you run a shop inside your own
A
body
room
sounds
that's
cool.
warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
Stand an X staring at a bear for 3 hours. I like this music too, it's calming.
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Walk around and talk people down from seeing their homes and dreams. I like the one of, the one of screaming in a mic. That sounds funny. Ready, set, fish. I wanted to read all of those. Maybe I can go back. I don't want to replay this just to go back. Maybe I'll just look up what they were supposed to be. So is this a fishing game? Oh, is this the title thing? Of like, you have the different titles at the start. Noticing it goes from like everything being gray and now there's like a use of orange. It's a nice shade of orange, I like it.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle.
This is a puzzle?
Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Is it just like... Man, you guys know I don't like puzzles. What? Oh, it's just smoke. It's a puzzle game. I wanted walking adventure game. Is there anything else here? Is it literally just this lever? I see anything else? What if I trap myself in here? Will I just die? Thought maybe it would unlock the other. Oh, okay, yeah. There we go.
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
No.
We're gonna see it a lot.
No. It's these 3 dots. That looks like a face. I kind of like this actually, of like neutral colors and one highlight color. Show you things that are like important or not, or whatever. Or brown. I don't really like brown.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Oh boy. Alright. Whoa! Oh my gosh. What the hell? There's a lot in here, so this was all just unplayable.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior, and then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
I wonder if this is what Stanley Parable's like, of like having all those rooms that connect. Oh, we're back here now. Okay. You're now, oh, it was entering and you're now exiting.
Aha. So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
I feel like I'm playing through like a TED Talk or one of those really long YouTube videos. But I don't mind, it's interesting. The Great and Lovely Descent. Whoa. Yeah, no, this is like Stanley Parable now. Like the area in the desert or something where you have like the house, I think. Was it the desert or was it the memories room? There's something in Stanley Parable that reminds me of this, of like the void and then there's a thing. Also, it feels like even more creepier than like that exiting entering game, because instead of a black void it's a white void, and then there's like a thing that should not be there. It's giving me the feeling of like that episode of SpongeBob.
Let's talk about video game development for a
Squidward.
second. Every video game
Future.
runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Streetwise Fuel. Okay.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Feels like it'd be like a Sims build for a
The
restaurant. or
tools
something.
available
It's
to the
cool.
creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing
actually already noticed
linear
that.
boxy corridors.
Everything's super boxy, yeah. Is there somewhere I'm supposed to go? I looked inside already. Oh. Nope, that is not a door that opens. Hold on, I'm gonna check something really quick, sorry. I wanna see. Okay, I hope you've been able to hear me. I just realized my desktop audio, you just saw me lower, it was like super loud. I haven't recorded anything in a while, so whoopsie. Let me put this there. Yeah, I've actually just been talking this whole time. That just like crossed my mind of, Anyway, okay, let's get back in. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Do I just wander around, or... Usually in these there's somewhere to go. There's rooms up there we can't get to. Oh, okay. I was gonna start wandering the voids, this is great. It's giving me like a 70s vibe to it. I think it's like the carpet and then the brown and orange. Nope. Whoa, whoa, okay. What the hell is this? It's kind of cool actually to just go whoop, and go whoop, and go wee. Whoa, okay, that actually went somewhere. Cool. I don't know, I like the way the blocks just kind of nonsensely float around. More orange. Stairway. These are like portal walls a bit, like Portal 1 walls. What is this? It's like a piece of glass or something that's like preventing me. Like there's like a coloring there. I do like the light, like this kind of looks like sunlight. Whoa. Sorry, I just feel like I want to just go everywhere when I'm in like open spaces like this. It's jail. Send me to jail. Oh. Whoa, I didn't even see that. Where are you taking me? Alright. Nope, invisible wall.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the door stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Yeah, I don't want to stay in there for an hour.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
That's kind of funny, actually. But that would also be really frustrating. Like, I mean, yeah, it's playable, but then it's like not really fun. I mean, I get there's also games where you just walk around, and there's stuff like Yume Nikki where it's like about the experience of walking around. But you also collect things too, but you get my point. So those dots again. Oh, we got the sky, cool.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time. There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
You know, there's so much of this that is kind of reminding me of like sections of Stanley Parable, like the design of it and stuff, but at the same time I'm like, I think like, yeah, that game is literally just a walking simulator that I probably wouldn't have fun in without, you know, the whole point of it is like having the narrator and then getting the different endings, but at the end of the day you just walk around all these like weird spaces and stuff. And I'm realizing if you just take some of those things away, it is kind of like these games a bit. I don't know how I feel about that because because there's no like story or characters with like these little environments and stuff of these individual games. I'm just kind of like, I don't get attached to them. It's like interesting to think about. Oh. People. Wow, okay, I guess they read my mind on that. Listen.
Here, Coda begins using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Ooh, I do like that I get the different responses. I kind of like their designs of like humanoid bodies, but then they have listening and speaking. I think it's cool. You there? Do you come from up above? What was up there? This was enormous personalized. They're listing, but it's not giving me options. Oh, okay. Maybe I have to leave them. Oh. Go see the puzzle sometime. Not meant to be solved, you can sit in a black space. It'll grow on you. Eventually. Okay. I like that little, like, clockwork noise of the heads turning. Like, they don't look mechanical, but you can, like, kind of interpret it that way. So they're like, yeah, go just sit in the dark for a bit. We're not gonna tell you who we are.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Okay. Do we go sit in the nothing now? That was actually one of my favorite parts of Stanley Parable, where it's like you sit in the dark room with all the lights, and you just sit and watch and kind of calm down. Oh, it's that lamppost. This isn't a dark area though. It's actually pretty bright.
It's a lamppost.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost.
He's a moss.
It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out.
I think it's cool.
I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind it. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Interesting. April 2009. Oh, I've not been paying attention to any of these dates. This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. Oh boy. This is also a game that hasn't been released, so assuming it's not connected. But the fact that it's connected to the internet is interesting. Supposedly. Let's see. Nice room, not. I feel like maybe
First
this.
off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic.
Aww.
But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
He sounds cool. I like learning about both of these people. I keep forgetting they're not like characters in this game, but they're like real people. You know, whoa. Okay, this is cool. I do like this like winding green loopy section in the void. Oh, holy shit. Yeah, me too. I mean, I know he's writing it as if it was like players. I'm wondering if it's also like things he feels about the game too. You guys hear me? Yeah, let's go follow these. Hello. I feel like giving it this interactive aspect of like.
Feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them.
This place makes me
except
sad.
as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
Oh yeah, because it's all his thoughts. That is kind of sad.
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. I have
Yeah.
to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into the and then I feel less lonely too.
Cool cavern, bro. I like this one. This is my favorite. Yeah, I'm probably gonna click all of these. I'm just that curious. Too many messages in this area. Why? Like, I'm reading these and I keep forgetting it's just one person writing these. Because it just feels like things different people would write, even though they're like kind of generic. It makes it feel like less lonely to me, actually, if I pretend it's like actual people. Like, you wander around these spaces. It's like wandering around with a little group or whatever. Oh, am I going the wrong way? Forgot one. Yeah, I probably won't read all of them. I don't want to spend all this time. but it's kind of interesting. If I saw a flying penguin, let me tell you it was the most... Oh wait, I just saw a flying penguin, let me tell you it was the most majestic thing I've ever seen. I don't feel like living because nothing will ever be as majestic as that. I never want to see again if nothing can ever be that beautiful again. I'm crying now and plan on ripping my eyeballs out. I must do that. Let's go do that. Okay. Yeah, see, we're gonna get comments like that. Can we, like, go over there? I want to explore that, but I feel like if I jump, I'm not gonna get to go this way, so... This shit is discovered. Boring. But I do really like that idea he was, like, our narrator's saying about, like, getting to know people through their work. I feel like people, I mean, depending on the game and what they're making, of course, even if it's like a shitpost or something that people, you know, your personality, I think in any like creative work kind of really goes in there in some way, no matter what it is, and you kind of can get to know the person. I mean, I think that's even why portfolios and stuff are so important, of like work you make and whatever. You get to know the person. That's how it feels when I design mine for like my job, or, you know, like potentially get hired or whatever, or like any creative project. It's so cool. I think that's kind of what kind of attracts me to the arts in a sense. I can assure you, guaranteed there's an acorn somewhere here in this place, and the sailors are looking for it. What does that mean? Yeah, but I probably could just wander around and get all these, but no. Just looking for someone to talk with. Refuse to believe. But need to go to the freaking bathroom. Recognize me, please. Aw. Whoa, they even go all the way there. They're kind of like, remind me of like little glowing mushrooms, which would make sense for a cavern, except it's like speech bubbles. Nothing here, go back. Don't listen to that guy. Free t-shirt. Another door, how open? Make game, includes door, cannot open door, thanks. Oh, I thought I was supposed to go here. What do I do then? I will literally throw myself out the void. I don't know what happens if I... Oh. Someday I'll meet the person who made this. I help people because of the internal good feeling I get. Whoa, what is that? New room. You hear the chimes, they keep me going, don't they? Yeah. Wait. I would like very much to be desired. Welcome. I don't know where to go with this. What do you think? Suddenly everyone's a poet. This is where I get off. Is there anything here? Compelled. Only results in misery. It just keeps going. To my hand, let's jump together. I don't know why, but that reminds me of the... Oh wow, it's even more. That reminds me of the let's take ibuprofen together meme that I see on Twitter sometimes. Cabbage shapes our nation. What is that painting? Yeah, I want to go look at the painting. I don't want to read these anymore. Not me that way. I bet if there was Steam achievements for this game, I feel like there would be one for reading all of these. Sounds like something. This is a note. Some of the other notes. I'm not safe. Oh, that's concerning. Okay, let's go. We get to see hundreds of people's reaction to this painting. Stop faking it. Whoever made this has issues. I don't think so. I mean, it's pretty abstract. What else do people think? But I'm trying to speak. Let's go, I'm just hanging. We won't all die someday, pretending we're other people. Seems pretentious and you all suck. It reminds me of like soda ads. I don't know why, but I think it's cool. I like the purples a lot. Like they're colors that are completely on like some warm colors, some cool colors. I'm gonna take a picture of this. I think that's dope. I like it. Alright, let's go. But that's cool. I like that you just go through all this stuff and you're rewarded with this painting and all these bubbles. You can just like stare at it for however long you want. Why is this one in the floor? He was himself the most horrible creature he could imagine. Whoa, car, chill. There's a car outside. Terrible secret, he kept it well. What was the secret?
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means.
Okay.
Each of these games represents an idea that was on Cody's
it
mind
between
at the
the
time that he was
worlds.
making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
I feel like some of these are telling a story. Oh, it says black dots again. Where they said something about a secret and hiding it, and then he cut it up, spread it between worlds. So is there some kind of secret? Code is hiding this in all of these games. Is there notes in the real world? Me too. Come one with the spiraling nonsense. Can I just yeet myself down there? What does this one say? Keep going. I'm just gonna yeet.
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Yeah, the orange chasm whispers. It's strange. Developer ancestors.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between the spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
I think that's cool. You get like a play. I like when games force you to have like a place to chill and you can like think about things, process it. Like what he's saying. Orange wall. It's always the same shade of orange too. Oh, what is this noise? I don't like it. How do you leave notes? Places. Bro, chill. Porn stars die too.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Okay. Alright, we got city, got wall. I like this little area. This actually feels kind of cozy in a way, even though it's all like modern furniture. You got the lights and this, shelves. Why am I in jail? It's like a comfier jail than the last one. Got a well. Is it preventing me from getting in the well? There's like other things over there. This is interesting. This feels like a nice little space other than the jail cell thing. Whoa, it's like Stanley Parable yellow. Ooh, okay. I like these circles. Cool. It's like a party in the next room. I like this environment like better than the other ones. Like the other ones, I mean, I know it's all like corridors and other things, but this feels more welcoming and alive. I think because the use of yellow and the lighting, just, it's nice. Oh, I'm in the well.
See, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's literally the exact same in the center of the room. Oh, I can design it this time, because this is like the same setup, table, couches, lamp thingy. Put a giant hole in the ground. No. Let's get a TV in this place. That's a table. That's not a TV. 10 stoves lined up along the wall. I'd really like a washing machine. No! Huge picture of a horse. Hell yeah. Oh, that's a couch. It's not what I wanted. Yeah, let's put some lights in here. Skylight, full ceiling window. Let's open this baby up. That would be cool. Yeah, because we already saw the sky. Well, I have Tesla coils in each corner. Actually, no, I'm curious about the... Okay. We have a table. I do like the options. Oh, no. What?
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
It's even a little too weird for me. I feel like I'm in a nightmare version of an IKEA.
Starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Okay. It's gonna be like no friend. Oh, hello. Please walk forward. We're in the void again. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Take care you remember each step. Oh no. This table. Okay. Wait, I just want to say this looks kind of like an art gallery place. It's like that setup of like the furniture spread out, the colors and everything with it. That lamp feels like it would be an art piece. There's the circles. Slightly. Okay. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off and turn it back on. This music feels threatening to me. What is this? That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to start, be taken to your prison. I don't want to go back to my prison. Check this out. I think it's interesting. It's like an empty art gallery space. I like how there's like this sign of thing by the lamp. It makes it feel like an art piece. So weird. I think this is my favorite idea of the prison so far, though I did like the thing about the furniture spawning but also not spawning. Return. Okay. Okay, that was actually kind of cool. I don't know. Oh. Oh, okay.
Now the table's gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
Oh, I see.
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work.
It's a door.
And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism.
Oh, I like this one.
Against yourself.
This is cool.
Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going. And then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons.
Yay!
This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Huh? Whoa. It's the lamppost again. Ooh, night scenery. Okay, we're like in a little neighborhood. I like that the houses, you can't see them. They're basically just silhouettes. Like actually wandering in night. Got a tree. Okay. Cool, cool. Some of these I feel like could be something I would like play in itch.io or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. Is that a telephone booth? Whoa. Okay. I feel like something's gonna pop out and scare me, but I like that. It's like dark neighborhood, and then you're in this weird open space. Yeah. Alright. Reached our destination. Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after. Oh, it's you from after you escaped the prison. I wonder if the prison was supposed to be like
and so this
literally
is what
him.
Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Yeah, I feel like the prison was maybe like an artist's block, or maybe he mentally felt like he was in prison, and since this is like the last prison game and he's having this fake conversation with himself, it's like he's reached the point where he's like, oh, I'm done with prison, let me talk to like past me that was in that point. I think it's cool that it's done through the concept of like a phone booth. Like that actually felt like an actual game.
Is this a fitting conclusion to the prison games?
Yeah.
After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, it would. That's how I was interpreting it too.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Like those square guys? Oh, we're in like a cave. They always have the store here. It's the puzzle door. Snow? Yeah. It's crazy. It went from like the corridors and the experimental stuff, then it went to the prison thing, and now it's like a full-ass environment.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because it was like a dark period of like artist block type thing, mental block, and now it's like, hey, we're moving on. It's also that door. I kind of want to go over there, but this is more interesting. It feels like this would be like a location for a horror movie for sure. What's in here? I need to know. Oh, it's them. Cleaning. Okay. This is all messy though. You haven't been doing a good job cleaning. Is that like wind chimes or something? What do these say? Colored girls, a Deepers, Edward. Colored girls, I can't read the rest of it. I like the music though, it's nice. Yeah, someone's not been doing their job. This is super messy. Feels kind of like cozy in a way. Like the music and then the snow is like creepy, but you're in this like safe, warm place. I don't know. I like this one. Got their little bathroom, got a toilet to take a shit in. It's like I'd want to be here, but I also wouldn't want to be here. Like it's like warm in a sense with the lighting and like the blankets, but like it doesn't feel like livable at the same time. I don't know. But the music's a nice change of pace. I like the pillows at least. Whoa, okay. Alright. Wait, what's back here? I don't want to answer this yet.
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
2 years? Wow. Oh, wait. Don't worry about me, a place like this. Yeah, it's like messy, but it's like still a chill place. I wouldn't mind. Meantime, could you please hear the table? They're like, yeah, we gotta clean. I like how they're saying please. They're being nice about it. I knew it wouldn't take long to clean. Wish it didn't take this long in real life. I feel like there's probably some kind of like cozy type game that would be like this. You just like clean a house or whatever. I feel like that would be a good concept for it. What is this stuff? Here we go. No. Oh, okay. No, I wanted to hear it. Okay. That sink's gross. Oh, I hate scrubbing tubs. Aw, no need to be perfect, we're all just human. Doesn't look that dirty. Oh. Perfect. Yeah.
After the intense set of prison games, his house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
After a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Your house is only as difficult to clean as you are. Ricardi, maybe you would have house cleaned yourself.
I know that Coda really liked this game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was, like, grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
That's sweet. Yeah, this feels soothing, like I said, so I can imagine you'd be in, like, a good headspace for something like this. I think that's nice though, like, it's like with Ghibli movies where they like clean things and do stuff and little tasks and it kind of romanticizes that a bit, but it kind of feels good in a way. I like that there's a dialogue tree too, makes it feel more personal. Like, I could honestly play a whole game like this where you just like clean around and whatever.
I'm glad he found some peace.
Yeah.
But, of course, it can't last.
No!
The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
A dark space? That was like a light space, though. That was like... Oh, the walls are gone. Now able to literally just leave the house. Is that refrigerator always there? I never noticed it. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I mean, this isn't like a real game, but... I mean like a fully done... You get what I mean. This is a game, of course, but... I'm like, no, it was nice. I even forgot about the little... It's like a little world in there outside of this, like, spooky place, you know? It was nice. Missed it. Normally I hate houses in that style. Like, you see in, like, rich people in movies with, like, big glass walls and these big... kind of modern, lifeless houses, but like with the furniture and the nice music and someone to talk to, it was kind of like cozy in a way. But I wasn't kidding about the cleaning thing. Not that I'd want to be in a game like that where it's like the same tasks in the same house over and over, but like it was like different areas and things. I think that would be nice with like nice music, someone to talk to, like exactly like that. I'm glad that it was like a thing.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
September 2009. Okay. Items you love at members-only prices. Yay! Why did you come here today? Oh, I'm in college again. No. Can't move. What do you mean, no? Oh, okay, it's just a workshop. It's not actual school. Oh, I would hate if people looked at me that way. I would never want to make someone feel like that. Why does my perspective keep changing? Then again, at college, I never have to do these, like, lecture things.
Perspective shifts.
Oh my goodness, okay. What the hell? There's the lamppost, there's a destination. Wow, so there's the listener.
Play as the teacher. Suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can leave her out of the classroom now.
I don't like those last two answers, those are mean. How do I achieve it with no effort? Being alone must be awful. I still love you. It's just that I feel cold on the inside. Drinking is not hurting my life. If you're torturing us. Do you understand that you won't be happy until you love me? This is for you, see. But what is with this void? Spooky. I never would have thought of that. I thought it was just like, oh, it's a little lecture. I like how some of these answers, there's always one that like follows the tree, and then there's others that are just like joke answers. And there's the listener.
Pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you have to a assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days.
2010. Whoa. Oh? New game. Oh, it's the prison furniture.
And all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex. So I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Interesting. The carpet doesn't match up. Stage. Okay. Got some chairs. We got some new stuff. Whoa. We gonna go to like a concert or something? Give a TED Talk? Oh, seeing the back of the stage like this is just making me think of Indigo Park, and I'm like, oh man, I got jump scared in a place like this. No. There's all this stuff we haven't seen before. That's cool. What do I do? Oh my gosh, that startled the shit out of me. Okay, the performance is beginning. Places, please. Am I the performance? In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are at a gathering of professionals. No, I don't want to be part of the play. Oh man, that's bright. Look at all those chairs. I forget theaters look like this sometimes. Okay. Professional photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. It's your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Say something to her. Could I not go talk to her? Where's the banner? What do you want me to say? Is this internal dialogue that I'm reading? I'm super scared right now. I like you. Here are all my hopes and dreams. I'm gonna just admit to being afraid. Why not? Okay. Oh wow, there's a lot of people. Okay. How am I messing it up again? I didn't think it was personal. Wise, okay. Happy, focused. Successful. She's gone. It's lamppost again. Jail. Thought we were done with the prison games. No. Do I have to walk all the way back there? Ooh. Lights. Is this mental jail now? Damn. Alright, let's roll. Blink. I bet that was probably a real conversation and that was internal dialogue. That was the vibe. This is what it was
ends
like.
with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life.
Oh.
The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very helpful when I first played this game.
Yeah, this feels threatening.
Like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring them closer.
Oh, I did not like that music at the
But
end.
what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
June 2010. Turns 9 that month. Morbus tip. Play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Oh, you must keep your eyes closed. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes. Like, actually close my eyes. I know you can't, like, physically see me. Wait, how am I gonna know what's happening then? Okay. I have my eyes closed. I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm actually just gonna open them. Oh, okay, I was supposed to open them. Oh, because we're all blind. Okay. This is the whisper thing. Someone help me. Someone do something. What? It's the door puzzle.
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
There is? Vision black. I don't see anything to press or to do. What? What do I... Wait, is this the thing we can get in? Truce. Okay, the only way to stop it is to speak something that is honest. Oh. Is that lamppost?
Like I said, I was getting concerned.
Oh.
First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So, where's that coming from? But then, even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Oh, there's just nothing. Oh. Okay. Like this rock bridge.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
It's like the Spirited Away
From my
bridge.
perspective at the time, and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so
God,
he
what
didn't
the hell
have
was that?
anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Can I pause this? I need to see what the hell that noise was. I'm gonna pause this recording really quick. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if the mic picked up that noise, but I was playing and there was like a super loud noise from outside that I couldn't tell was like a gun or a firework, maybe a firework, but when I'm recording this, it's not 4th of July yet, so I'm a little concerned. Startled the shit out of me. Okay, let's continue. Sorry about that. I just wanted to check to see if I can figure out what that was. Okay. Wait, is it? Yeah, recording. We're good. Sorry. Go.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Oh, it just sounds like crying now. I don't like that. I don't like this anymore. I don't mean the game, but like this section is just...
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this was the worst thing for me. I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
There's the lamppost. That was the
But
crying
it didn't
person.
stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
May 2011. The machine. Yeah, what is the machine? I want to know. Guard, okay. Man, there was only like one happy game, and then everything got all sad again. Man, I'm glad to see you arrived safely. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. Show whenever you like. I wonder if this is the crying woman from the other one. Calls itself Coda. Oh. Oh boy. Thank you, guard. The machine. At least they have cool poses and stuff. Oh. It's literally a machine.
And of course, it's the machine.
We have to go back. So this is the machine. It looks all old and rusty. I wonder if it's like a representation of the brain of being like this rusted thing that doesn't work anymore. A gun? What? Oh no, we literally have to destroy everything it's created. Do I have to destroy literally everything then? Oh, if you shoot the floor, it doesn't do anything, but you have to shoot everything else. Don't make me shoot all of this. This is a lot to shoot
So now
at.
the work is becoming self-destructive.
Yeah.
At the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so,
So typewriters.
as I'm thinking this, I realized that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback. So, what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Oh, we have to just shoot up literally everything in this that he's made.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the island which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his game.
Yay!
You know, the point of it all is just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Put down your weapon. No, no, we said we'd destroy his work, not him. Do I have to?
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. Felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. And they told me how much they enjoyed his games. It was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy. So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't...
Oh my gosh, this is a decade ago.
Several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
Okay.
So let's take a look.
Yeah, let's take a look, I guess. June 2011. I was 10. Turned 10 that month. The Tower. Oh, this is like the art gallery space thing. Orange. Nervous what the hell this is gonna be. I mean, I hope Coda...
This is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Yeah, the architecture feels cold. Reminds me of like old churches or something. I bet this is a gate that's gonna like... Look at that, the thing's huge. Oh, it doesn't close. Like, it's more complicated than the, like, hallways and other things.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Oh. Oh, I did not like that.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. The experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the level, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Wait, it was just a straight line? That's it? Oh wait, but it would have had to go on the floor, right? So... I'm gonna have to put it in the
fair,
wall.
it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just clean the house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
This game makes my brain hurt a little bit. I wonder if that's the point. Okay.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6
Oh, hell no.
Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Okay. How do I... Oh, 1, 5... 1, 6... 1, 7. Yippee! Oh, I didn't even know what that was for, not gonna lie. Really is a tower. Like, there's probably nothing, it's just empty space, but because those are so distant, it makes it feel larger than it actually is. Or it reminds me of that, like, painting, or I think it's the drawing or something, where it's all the stairs, or, like, the movie Labyrinth has the same thing of, like, all the doors and stairs, and it's, like, wacky. Okay, it's this. Yeet.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, but I can't fix the problem. I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
There's the switch.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game?
No.
I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution. I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why.
Oh, we're so high now. Interesting. I don't like that beeping noise.
It's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew. It wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, that was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
Yeah, I've been wondering that too. Dots I've been seeing everywhere. I'm glad those are finally being brought up. It's interesting, there's these little spaces. They make me want to just stand here. Look, it's all just doors. It's... Oof. Oh, it's a light. It's finally some color. Big pink light. Good, good, good.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy.
Oh, see, that's the problem.
I needed to see myself as someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
Yeah, now I see the audio thing. I mean, even besides the subtitles, if you played this game without hearing the narration, I feel like it would be completely different, because it's not like the Stanley Parable where you could probably play it on mute and just get the endings and like whatever, you reach things, you start over and it's done. With this, it's like a collection of like little games. It would just be like a really weird, bizarre experience. Oh, everything's gone. We're like towards the top now, I think. Okay, here we go.
Where did I screw up?
Oh, okay, we gotta... Oh, no. Thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore. It's just here, it's just within the
I'm the reason
game.
that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. Poisoned it for you.
My goodness. Yeah, I completely forgot about this part. I forgot about most of this entire game, the beginner's guide, but thank you for your interest in my games and asking us to speak to me, because he was sharing it with people and thought it would help. But I guess Coda did not want that. But man, to just have this, everything was like Coda inside of his head and stuff, and then we're getting this voice directly. And it was a private link. This was probably all made like, to Davy not to speak to me anymore.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... It felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I wonder at times whether you think I'm making these games for you. Like the shadows of these things, it kind of feels like the shadows of trees. Now it does feel like an art exhibit, but... You've sown...
The people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally, for a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
You so affected my personal space, it's possible I did plant solutions in my work somewhere between games. Oh, solutions to do things, to leave, and to whatever. Maybe that's why there was like, you know, the levers and things, there were solutions somewhere. If there was an answer, a meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Yeah, when Davey got to the part of like, oh, I can show Coda's games to people, it'll make them happy. I had the thought in my brain the whole time. I was waiting for him to reveal like how Coda felt about it. Now we know he didn't want this. I mean, I keep forgetting to think of like Coda's perspective too, of like you're making these games and it's like your personal thing, and then your friend is always making comments and worrying about it. Giving them something that's not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe. Will you stop changing my game? Oh, so these are not all completely the original things Coda intended then. Stop adding lampposts to them. But Davey was saying the thing about Coda, the lamppost keeps showing up in the games, it's important, it's like a destination, but Coda wasn't the one putting them there. Davey's been editing these games we've been playing. I mean, that makes sense. I feel like the lampposts would be, they felt like a little too obvious of like a, this is where you need to go type of thing. Stop adding lampposts to them. So we're not even playing the original material, we're playing like the edited stuff from Davey.
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people.
But they are.
I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
When I'm around you, I feel physically ill. I desperately need something and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Oh, yeah, because Davey's saying about, like, his self-worth is judged on, like, Coda's games and things. And about being himself. Around you, I feel so both of these people are basically, like, almost, like, toxic to each other, in a sense. It's the vibe I'm picking up. Physically ill. Wow. I feel like that takes a lot to say something specifically like this part. I don't know, just around someone that you feel horrible. I need something, I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. I mean, it was, to be fair, at least in my opinion, giving that vibe of someone that was depressed, of like the not coming up with ideas things. Low points are just parts of the process. The fact that you think I'm frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. I mean, this entire time we've been hearing we've seen the game, but just been seeing like Davey's commentary on it, but Coda doesn't feel that way. But it does really give off that vibe to like an outsider, though. More about you than about me. I realize this doesn't make sense to you just yet, which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. I hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with the thing you were wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
When you finally see what I'm talking about, which I think is happening now, don't say anything. Oh, okay.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please. I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again. Like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put in your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Holy shit. Huh? Epilogue. Okay, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was a lot to take in for that ending sequence. That feels like it changes everything. Okay, good. Oh, this is like, it's like that place in Madagascar. I don't remember what it's called, but the movie. Yeah, there's the clock that the giraffe gets his head stuck on. I'm sorry, that's like the first thing. Don't remember the name.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Oh, but this is like a whole area. This is, whoa. Grand Central Station, I think that's it. Why is Grand Central Station a game?
Solution.
What? So it's like a hallway. You really just walk through a hallway that looks like a train. And now we're here. That's actually kind of cool. That felt clever.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of messed up.
He just likes making prisons.
But if there was no more games after the tower, then what is this game? What is this?
Now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
I'm still thinking about that last line, by the way. Don't show anyone what a shitty person you are, they'll hate you. And at this point, he's not even talking about Coda's games anymore.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Oh, it's big prison. This time you can go through the bars.
What now?
I don't know, dude.
I think I need to go. Man, I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for. So, just gonna... Okay.
Oh, that's it. Does he leave? Do I just wander around and... We don't even know what any of this is, though. None of it's ended. It's the desert. We're back in the desert again, like the desert town. Because this location feels more complete than, like, anything else, really, I've seen. I don't know, like a real environment in a way, but unlike anything from the Coda stuff. That's crazy. It went from like just talking about Coda the whole game and then talking about Davy to the point where Coda calls him out on it. Oh, it just keeps going. We're back. Back in the station. I don't know, it's just like a lot of things to think about. I feel like I need to like process it all, really. And this is like what Davey was talking about earlier, and I know, I'm sorry, I know I can't shut up, of like the door puzzle. Like, a thing closes, you're in a dark space that forces you to stop and think, and then there's a new thing. That's what this section, as I'm thinking about it, feels like, where it's just this long section where you don't have to think about any of the Coda stuff, or do puzzles, or do anything. You just walk around in this space, and it gives you the time to think. And that's my interpretation anyway. Oh, it's the beam thing. We have to sacrifice ourselves. To not think this game was going to end in death. And I know I'm not talking very loud. I've been recording this for like an hour, or however long. My throat feels kind of tired. Tired a bit. But is this it? Is this the end? We just choose to die? Oh, up we go. Here we go. Oh. Oh, it's the maze now. Gosh, this thing is huge. Is it even real?
Turn back from this cave.
Who is R?
Let me prove that I am brave. Let me keep going. But the cave goes for miles and miles and miles. And you're so tired, but I know that you're strong. So turn back, turn
Oh, that's the whole game. Oh, okay, we have a chapter thing if I need to like replay anything. So I could go back. And I like how it has the dates. It's 2008 all the way to 2011. I guess I could have started from any point. That's interesting. So I really could just keep playing the house game or go back. It's a good thing I didn't click this. This kind of spoils everything. But it's crazy. It goes from like stuff like Whisper and then gets more and more complex and existential. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. That was a lot. I feel like this is a kind of game where it's like, I don't know how the hell I forgot everything. 'Cause I've watched like a playthrough of this before years ago, and I didn't remember like anything except some things I remembered like really vividly. It was weird, but I didn't want to say anything about that. But yeah, this is definitely a game to go into like as blind as possible, and just the whole like breakdown of the like creative process. I feel like this is the kind of game I need to like, I don't know, send to other people I know that like make stuff. I know I'm not making sense, like that make things. I mean, it's like there was times where I felt like it was almost boring, but at the same time it felt really deep. Like there was a lot of things to unpack. I feel like this is something like, you know, once you see like Coda's message and Davy realizing about like his issues and stuff, like you almost need to play it again and really just kind of read through like Davy's dialogue and stuff and think how it like applies to him and how he's projecting himself and not. Like I was so focused about like Coda, and then it was like that whole like letter basically at the end, and it was like you really think about both people. I remember I've actually even read that some people don't think like Coda is a real person and that it was just like a fake name, and that it was actually all like about Davy, like the person, but like from the perspective as if he was like helping a friend or so. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if like Coda, I mean, I know Davy's a real person. He made the Stanley Parable. I don't know if Coda, I've actually always wondered that. I never looked into it. Like if Coda was a real person. I mean, I'm not sure if there would even be a way to find out, because like Coda you know, the ending of the game, it's like they both kind of went off in different directions and stuff. Damn, that was a lot. I also feel like I need to replay the Stanley Parable again, just because so many physical things in this. I mean, Davey said, like, oh, at the beginning, like, oh yeah, I was inspired by Coda for a lot of things, and I feel like not just like the way the Stanley Parable like physically looks and walking around and stuff, of course, feels a lot like the Beginner's Guide, but I feel like some of the concepts and like things with the ending also kind of remind me of this. I keep forgetting that this game was made like afterwards, and I know there's like a game by Crows, the Emerald one, the one that I played on here earlier. I keep forgetting about. They all kind of sort of have similar vibes. I don't know. I know I'm like rambling at this point, but that was like a lot. I'm not gonna do like a review of this or anything, but I don't know how I feel about this. But it's like I'm also still glad that I played this. I feel like it's a very different experience with this game between like watching like a YouTube playthrough of someone play this and then actually getting to play it myself, and like physically like having to walk around and explore everything feels like a completely different thing. But I'm glad I like finally like played this for myself. I've had it on my Steam wish list for years and was like, yeah, I'll just buy it for the Steam sale. Now I'm like, whoa, I feel like I need a break. And then I can play like all the other games I have on here aren't like that I bought on the summer sale aren't like this existential or anything, but whew, yeah, that was quite a bit. Okay, yeah, so that's the Beginner's Guide. Yeah, let's just quit out of here. How long was this? I'm like genuinely curious. This was 2 hours. I looked it up, it's supposed to be an hour and a half, but because I took my sweet time, but you know me. So because this is 2 hours, I don't know if anyone's watched this, but if you did, I'm like curious what you guys think of this game. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna end this now. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.